Zone 100 Podcast. I got my brother Anthony Muhammad on the show today, man, and we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of it, because I believe that a lot of the younger generation can learn from this interview. And without further ado, we're gonna go to 1993. So we're just gonna start with 1993. Start from there.
Okay. As always, it is a great honor and a privilege to be with you, bro. Thank you for the invitation. Happy to be here and share my story in hopes that it can help this generation kind of learn from the lessons and the mistakes that we made in the past. In 1993, at the age of 15, I was arrested for 2 homicide charges in the city of Baltimore. I was ultimately convicted and sentenced to life plus 20 years in prison. The judge who sentenced me mistakenly believed that I was unredeemable.
Wow.
Unreformable, and that the actions that I committed were unreconcilable. She said that it was a shame that somebody so young could go so far wrong at such an early age in life.
Verbatim?
Verbatim. She did not believe that education, job training, or anything of that nature would ever make me a safe citizen again.
Wow.
And right before imposing that maximum sentence of life plus 20 years in prison, she stated her belief that if I was ever given the opportunity to commit these crimes again, it would happen.
Wow.
But thankfully, the judge who sentenced me was all wrong about me.
Right.
Because I'm here today before you.
Already. Man plan, but God is the best of planners.
Ultimately, the best of planners.
Already.
Yes, sir.
So you ended up getting life in 25.
Life
How much
plus
time you
20
ended up
years.
doing? 20.
I served a total of 29 years, 7 months, and 29 days.
How many seconds?
I don't know how many seconds.
I know my seconds to the T. I'll go mine to the T.
I don't know the seconds.
Oh, man. Not to get too deep in the case, did you have any co-defendants?
Yeah, I initially had a co-defendant. The nature and circumstances of my case is not really too complicated. 4 people go into a drug stash house, argument erupts, the deal goes south, 2 people walk out of this drug stash house. So, so my co-defendant ended up cooperating with the state, testifying against me in exchange for a lighter sentence as an accessory after the fact. That's how that played
Accessory after the fact?
After the fact, yeah.
What that even mean?
It basically means that he had no knowledge or participation in the actual murder.
Okay.
And that's basically all that means.
Okay, so now it's 2025, and you right here with me. I just wanted to get a gist of this conversation because we're going to build today.
Yes, sir.
All right, so after being incarcerated for many years, what were some of the steps you took to prepare yourself for re-entry into society?
That's a good one. What were some of the steps that I took for re-entry? Actually, I was planning for my re-entry from the moment I walked into the Maryland State Penitentiary. I was looking.
So you went in the pen?
Absolutely. Yes,
I thought you went in the car.
No, my first stop was the Maryland State Penitentiary, 954 4th
Street. Already.
Not Maryland Transitional Center, Metro.
So did you go through the DOC process and all that?
Yep.
So they put you on lockup because you were 15?
No. Actually, the whole floor up there was lockup. Actually, the whole 7th floor was on.
See, I was on 7th floor, but they put me up there because I was 17. I was still a juvenile.
All lifers.
But I turned 18 over DOC.
Yeah, everybody that had life sentences were up there. Yeah, so 7th floor, DOC. I stayed DOC maybe 2 weeks. It didn't take too long at all. I could look down from my window in diagnostics into the Maryland Penitentiary yard where I was actually headed at.
And how long you was in the penitentiary?
I stayed in the penitentiary until it closed. It closed around, it began closing in 96. So I stayed there from maybe late 95. So maybe a year and a half, 2-year window before they closed it. They moved everybody, all maximum security prisoners out.
Okay.
So that was their plan ultimately. Anyway.
To me, because because what happened with me, when I fell in 92 and I came back through in 2000, it was a minimum security.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they sent you out back.
Yeah, that was the plan, to convert it to a minimum security, get all maximum security prisoners out of Baltimore City. So everybody with life sentences went to Maryland House Correction Annex, Outback Penitentiary Annex, which is now JCI, Jessup Correctional Institution.
Okay. All right. With you returning home and achieving success in your life endeavors, was there ever a point where you experienced doubt?
Was it ever a chance that a time that I
like since you've been home? Was it ever any time since you've been home where you doubted yourself, like any time?
Oh no, not at all. No doubts at all. Because my preparation, it kind of goes back to the first question. Because my preparation was solid. It was thorough. Like within maybe 6 months of being in the penitentiary, right? Like my first day, my next day, I'm on a basketball court playing ball, and I mean a group of guys walk up on me. Like, bro, you just got a life sentence, right? You ain't got no business on the basketball court. Oh. Youngest person in the penitentiary at that time. So they walked me straight over the school building, signed me up. And like 6 months later, I got my GED.
Yep, same thing with me.
But that's when a light bulb clicked for me. That was the first light bulb moment for me. Other than the sentencing hearing itself, that was the first light bulb moment. I ended up getting my GED at least a year and a half before I would have graduated if I was on the street.
Okay.
So something about time, like, okay, time on my side, because I got the GED quicker than I would have on the street. So I just came to the conclusion that I had to use my time wisely, right? So that's what I did. From that moment on, it was all books for me, all reading, learning, studying, writing.
Same books passed down.
Same stuff.
Change the images of psychological slavery, 9 months, all the good stuff. All the good stuff.
Yeah,
all the good stuff.
So coming out was the transition was easy because I had been preparing for it my whole 29 years of incarceration.
It's kind of, my story is kind of similar to that. I never forget my first cell buddy, man. I went through the cut. I was running wild down the cut. Then they put all of us out, and they sent me up Roxbury. My first cell buddy name was Charlie Wade from 20th Street, man. And I wanted a sanitation job. You get 5 days a month. I said, man, you going to school? What you mean? He said, bro, you get 10 days a month to go to school, you get your GED. He said, man, don't waste your time here. He said, go out in the day room, just look around. Everybody playing cards, they doing nothing, all that. So I went to school, man. I got my GED, man. And, I sent my GED home to my mother, man.
Right.
Back then, my mom was on welfare, so she didn't really have. She sent me $250. But I bought me a black and white TV. Yep, never forget it, man.
First television.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think the city or the government can do differently to better support the youth in Baltimore?
What can they do differently? I think they can just do more of what they're doing right now. I think the city is in a good place in terms of. We actually like what Mayor Scott is doing. We just need more of it.
More of it, right?
Right. More funding for it, right?
Right.
We think the city is in a good place. First time in almost 50 years.
Right.
I mean, the homicide rate is at a historic low.
Right.
And it's not by accident, right? There's a lot of work going into it.
And I think the key to his success is that he allowing ex-offenders to go get these young dudes.
Absolutely, yes.
Because they can relate. You know what I'm saying?
That's a critical part of his plan, community involvement. And that's where a lot of his predecessors kind of failed at. His comprehensive crime plan involved the community. That's a foundational cornerstone.
And it's working.
And he has no problem with standing on it, admitting it. Look, these guys are at the table and they're doing the work, boots on the ground. So we just need more of it, more funding for it, specifically more funding for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what advice would you give a single mother trying to raise a young black boy in Baltimore or across the United States? Good question.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's all too much of the reality, right? And even that's not by accident, right? Most of us come up in single parent households raised by our mother. And although I wouldn't say that it was a great success with us, but I mean, it made us different in a certain way, right? We came up with morals, values, principles, respect, right? And that this generation is lacking for a number of different reasons. But I mean, the advice I would give ultimately is that at some point, our women who are doing the best that they can have to hand this young man over
Right.
to a man. Not any kind of man, but preferably a man with the lived experience, the knowledge of the mistakes, the lessons, the errors of his own life to help that young man navigate around everything that we stumbled and fell over. Right. And our women can try as best as they know how. Ultimately, that's just not how it was set up. Young men needs to be raised,
by
mentored,
men.
taught
Right.
by other men. And Baltimore City is in a place where the men are returning to the community. A lot of the men who have been gone for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. There are hundreds of us right now on the streets of Baltimore. In the streets, the schools, the recreation centers, organizations impacting the community. So yeah, at some point we just gotta put the man right back in his rightful place.
Right.
And let him do what it is that his assignment is.
Talk heavy. Talk heavy.
That's
to add to what you're saying, I agree with you totally. We gotta love our sons hard, but prepare them harder. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't allow the streets to raise our children. We just can't do it. Because like I said before in one of the episodes, I'm not sure which one. Ain't nobody coming to save us.
Absolutely not.
Ain't nobody coming to save us, man.
They never have.
Never have.
And never will.
Never have. Do you think sometimes the mother is the hinders that process or that growth process?
Let me give you an example. Like right now, I'm in the school system, so I engage a lot of the students in the school system. And one of the schools in particular we're in, we do climate kind of security, and I have the opportunity to witness the parents, the interaction, the engagement, right? In the natural development of the youth, the child, right? Where oftentimes the parent, the mother makes an error or mistake that as soon as the father is called, right, corrects immediately, instantly. Right? So in that sense, yes, that men have a different nature. And the natural growth and development of young men is it requires the presence of a man.
It requires that masculinity.
Absolutely.
That sternness, you feel what I'm saying?
Not any kind of man, though.
Right.
Because there's plenty of males there. Right? Plenty of males present, but a man.
Right.
Which implies somebody who has a quality of mind, of thinking, something that can be passed on and transitioned and implanted in the young man that will help him grow and develop properly. So yeah, we do male engagement. That's what we do. Right. So that's what we believe. That's what we know works. And that's what we stand.
It's like I say, I say, bring my man on here. I'm just going to lay back and let my man teach.
Yes.
My man. What were some of the hardest hurdles you faced once you were released back into society?
Hardest.
Because that was a long time, 29 years, and people don't understand it's definitely an adjustment. Because before you went to jail before cell phones. They had the big cell phones, the big joint with the. I'm talking about before pocket cell phones, right?
Before that, I'm right, absolutely.
They still had cabs back then,
all this good stuff.
Right?
But what was the biggest hurdle? I wouldn't even really call them hurdles, because I was so focused. I was
you definitely was off and running.
I was locked in, right? And so, and I kind of, when talking about it, I kind of separate myself from most of the other brothers, returning citizens that's coming, because I know the real hurdles that they face, right? In terms of housing, employment, vital records, all of that kind of stuff. But I didn't have any of those kind of hurdles. I was so locked in and focused, it's nothing you're gonna set here in front of me that's even gonna amount to an obstacle for me. Like, I've just did 30 years. That's the obstacle.
Right. Everything
out here is like, it's no comparison in terms of my thinking. So, I mean, everything that I walked into, it was like, okay, I'm right over it, through it, around it.
Right.
So it was really, I mean, no hurdles or challenges for me. And the 3 years that I've been here, like from day one, it's been boots on the ground, rolling. So no real obstacles for me, challenges at all, none, not one.
Okay, talk heavy. Do you think you would have ever chose the path you're on if it wasn't for incarceration?
I would like to think I would have, but
nah. You know how we did back then. Yeah, right. We came up. I
would like to think I would have ended up the same way, but that's not the reality. Right. I don't think that's the reality, of course.
And I said, it's a beautiful thing to become the thing that you wish you had when you was a child. The mentor, you know what I'm saying? The living example, the principles that you enunciate. And it's a beautiful thing to me because mentoring is the only thing I would do for free.
Right. And that's actually one of the, reflective moments that I have. I do a lot of self-reflection and thinking, like, you know, and why the 29 years to become who I am now, right?
Prepare you.
Right. So yeah, I do a lot of that kind of self-reflection and actually prepare and execute in the moment now, look back on it all like it was all part of the plan.
All part of the plan.
In some kind of divine way. It's the part of the plan. Mess any part of it up, then who says that the result will be the same? Exactly.
And you survived some of the worst prisons.
Yeah, all of the worst. Some were the worst in the country throughout that 30 years. Like battlegrounds.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Teach you how to move in this world.
Yeah, and it absolutely prepares you on how to move. And that's what we try to get over to the young brothers we mentor and teach now. That's what life is really about, navigating and moving. It's like the chessboard. Every move counts. You got to know how to move. You got to see the angles, not just of yourself, but of your opponents and everything and everybody else around you. So, yeah, it absolutely teach you how to prepare and maneuver around life's obstacles and challenges.
Absolutely. So, what's your long-term goals for the future? Long-term goals for the future.
Ultimately, the end game for me is real estate investment. That's the end game for me. Okay. Real estate investment.
Currently, I've got a house I'm working on now. I'm currently working on it now. So I got one, purchase another one, but I ain't start working on that. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I just want to leave my kids something.
Facts, because ultimately that's what led us to prison. The lack of, financial literacy. Building wealth. That's the kind of stuff, conversations we didn't have. The only thing we knew about money was the streets. So we didn't know nothing about, legitimate hustles. So I spent the last decade of my incarceration, the first 20 years, I had studied everything I could get my hands on. And then one of the brothers coming to the prison, he brought the book in, the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, and I read it, and I
loved it. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, I missed some stuff. I thought I had studied everything.
That was my favorite.
So I changed course and started studying financial literacy, building wealth.
So did you read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon?
Absolutely, yeah. That wasn't even really financial when I read that. That just helps you.
But that Rich Dad Poor Dad hit different.
That gives you a whole different understanding of money.
Another book, The Richest Man in Babylon.
Yep, read all of them. Every one you name, I've read them.
I'm trying to tell you. All right, so how important is it to have the right woman by your side, and do you see it as a necessity? Good question.
I'll answer that with a quote from the Holy Prophet Muhammad, who said that marriage is one half of faith, right? So in Islam, we don't even believe that you can be a Muslim, a whole Muslim, without entering into that sacred institution of marriage. It's something about it that completes you as a man. your faith and your walk with God in life in general.
In life.
So it's absolutely a necessity.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, that's the ultimate goal, but you have to prepare. You have to qualify for that. There's a reason why 60% of all marriages are ended in divorce.
Right. So when you say prepare for that, it's go into that, explain it.
Yeah, most of us are not prepared or qualified to be in relationships with another human being.
From an emotional standpoint?
Absolutely, from an emotional standpoint. Like, I'm suffering from that right now.
Right.
Like, after 30 years in prison, like,
Right.
I try to communicate to my fiance that I'm very unemotional.
Me too. I'm like that too. Real, like, and I try to tell her, like, men and women are made from two different things. You know, God created you to be an emotional being.
Right.
He created me to be a problem solver.
Right, right.
If we both emotional, then there's two women in the house. I'm gonna be a backup singer. I can't. So what's the problem?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on that.
Yeah, I'm working on it too. but I don't see it changing for me. That's what I'm trying to, because like for me personally, when you locked up at the age of 15, like I try to explain that in order to survive that, I had to destroy every sense of emotional thinking or inclination that I had, because it's not conducive to living in the penitentiary. So you had to become very unemotional. You had to be a thinker in order to survive it. So I destroyed all sense of emotions. Like I had no feelings at all.
And the crazy thing, I really thought it was just me.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was just me.
And it's all of us. It's not just, it's all of us who did those decades.
I used to be in relationships, and the women would, build relationships with my mom, and they would tell her, like, he's so unemotional.
Right, right.
And I used to be like, what does that even mean?
Right.
I don't get what you're saying. Like,
absolutely right.
But I can never put myself in the shoes of a woman. I can't do that.
Right.
But I try to be more understanding to her emotional content. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting around to it.
I'm trying, but it's a tough thing, boy, because it's tough though, man. But
if you wanted to work, you have to get around to it.
My wife wants to try. So just for her, because I love her so much. I want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get around to it. I'm
glad
learning.
you said, I thought it was me, bro, because for me, when men grow up in houses with a family structure destroyed, a man ain't dead, but emotional stuff, man, and they become too emotional.
Right.
Now, you don't know which one the woman in the house.
Right.
I don't, everybody hugging, everybody mad, everybody in their feelings. So, man, it's crazy.
It's all thinking for me. I mean, look, I'm gonna think my way through it. And I deal with the feelings some of the time.
Okay. All right, so what habit or mindset shifts were key to your transformation? Because you went in 15, so what habits and mindset shifts was key to your transformation?
Well, I mean, it wasn't even really shifts. It's really development for me, because it's 15. Like, I'm still developing into manhood.
Right.
So it wasn't really shifts. It was like the evolutionary process for me. I mean, of course, as you know, it all started with, the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. For me, that was my path of development into manhood. So it wasn't really a shift. It was just coming into that knowledge of self, of who I am, who my people are, what we were, that history, and then connecting it to a sense of purpose for myself. So it wasn't really a change or transition. It was just the natural evolutionary process for me, like from 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, this is what I want to do, right? This is the way of life that I believe is for me. So, yeah, not really a shift, just natural development process.
Like even when I fell when I was 17, because I was a little older than you then. That 22 years, that when I was 22, that was like my fighting years. Like I just was fighting everybody over everything.
Right.
And I just woke up one day and I had to got it out of my system. So I don't know what kind of development that was. That was some crazy time for me, man. Every time I turn around, I'm gonna lock up and whatever. But yeah, so the natural development, I combined it. All right, so let me see. What do you think can be done to make Baltimore a better nightlife city?
A better what?
Nightlife city. Like when people go out, they feel safe at night, things like that.
Oh,
I know you don't participate.
Yeah, we don't even believe that the nightlife is for life. Like at night, nightlife is for the home, the family,
Right, exactly.
your spouse, your children. That's what the night is for.
Okay,
So yeah,
all right, bet.
when the street lights is on, we in, bro.
We
ain't out nowhere.
I ain't gonna lie, it took me a minute. Like I be running to Netflix.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm running Netflix now. All right, so why do you think people in Baltimore do not collaborate more to build better businesses and brands?
Actually, I think that it's the collaboration that is really producing the level of success that we're seeing right now. Mm-hmm. It's a phenomenal level of collaboration. Mm-hmm. Like the community organizations right now are collaborating on a level that they haven't before. Okay. Like when I first was released, 22, right? It was a lot of individuality.
Oh, you was released in 20? That was 22?
Yep, in 22, yep. It'll be 3 years to this month.
We was at the old jail at 22? I thought that was 23.
No, it was 22, yep. 22. I got released in September 22.
It was quick too, because you just
quick. It was real quick.
Real quick, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, in 22, all of the community organizations at that point, because nobody was really being funded, nobody, mm-hmm. and everybody is trying to get funded. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of individuality, right? And then over the next, 6 to 9 months, everybody came to the realization, we're not going to get nothing done if everybody is out for themselves.
Right.
So a level of collaboration started happening. Mm-hmm. And now everywhere you go, we collaborating from East Baltimore to West Baltimore. Right. It's a real network. Grassroots, ground level connection all throughout the city. So I think the collaboration is there, but it goes back to the same point. Like, let's take for the mayor's office, for example. Mm-hmm. The mayor himself has been out with us. Like, we do community walks.
Yeah, you was
out. So, right. Mm-hmm. So and the mayor has been on those walks, literally.
Exactly. I just missed the last one though, because I wasn't in town, but I was.
And he has 2 entire city government agencies, Moaim, Marcy, out there, boots on the ground, mm-hmm. and the community organizations. We Are Us, Challenge to Change with Uncle T, the Peace Team with EB and them.
Right, yeah.
Everybody is working at a level, unprecedented level, right. Like literally on the streets to kind of calm the tension. So I think the collaboration is there, and the numbers tell us that, the success is there from it.
I think it's even Peace Team, I think it's like 90, but we deal with our mentees like 97% success rate. Yeah. Like they just relate to somebody, because I go on the door. When I talk to my mentees, I go on the door off the rip. Yeah, I was locked up when I was your age, I was locked up for murder and attempt murder. So let's start from that. So now you know who you're talking to.
Right.
Just some dumb shit off the rip. I go into conversation like that. So what you doing, you bluffing.
Right.
So you might as well change your life around and get to it. Step into your purpose.
Facts.
I go into it like
That's
that.
Right.
Yeah.
It took the decision makers a while to catch up to this rationale, and I can see how it took them so long to get here, that the best way to solve this problem is to kind of use people who were once part of the problem.
Right.
To help create the solution for it. Mm-hmm. People who have learned from it, bettered themselves. Now, like, okay, this guy would know it better. It's a reason why when you go to NA and AA meetings, the people hosting them are people who have that lived experience.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing with everything, every other problem. The people who have lived it, learned from it, are the most equipped to help solve the problem, or at least offer parts of the solution to the problem.
Yeah, talk heavy, man. We get. Do you think our culture puts enough emphasis on how important it is to have good physical and mental health?
Our culture, physical, mental health. Physical health, no, absolutely not. But I think the society is catching up to the importance of mental health. Right. I think that systems and organizations are starting to see, like when I first got out, all of the organizations that I work with, I kept hearing this term, self-care, like self-care. And I'm looking at them like, bro, what are y'all talking about?
What is self-care?
That sounds like some crazy stuff.
Right.
So, but it took me at least 2 years to realize that this is important for your own mental stability, your own mental health. Like when you go through traumatic experiences like we went through, you have to have something to decompress. You have to have outlets just for yourself, for you. Those moments, whatever it is, it's different for each individual. Like whatever works for you may not work for me, but you have to take those moments to make sure that you don't lose your mind in a world that's moving.
Right.
Like it's not stopping. Time is not waiting.
Absolutely
for
not.
nobody. So yeah, mental health challenges is the greatest challenges we facing right now, not just in Baltimore, but all throughout the world. People are losing their mind, bro.
I think what plays a part into it, I think it's too much information too fast. And I think that's what social media is, too much too fast.
Yeah.
And I just said on the last podcast, I said, or the 2 podcasts before then, I said that this is the generation that don't listen, and it's because there's too many people talking. You know what I'm saying? You can go on the internet, you can talk to somebody. And
too many people that don't know nothing.
Exactly. So you get information from a bunch of buffoons.
Absolutely, yeah.
And trying to put your own thoughts and stuff together, thinking that's right, and it's backwards.
And it's sad because it can actually be used for good.
Right.
You can actually use it for good. But unfortunately, too many of us are being used by it,
right,
as opposed to using it for good.
Right. Yep.
So it's actually dumbing a lot of people down. Like you got people now that are literally quote social media. I'm like, that's not reality.
Right.
You quoting social media. You taking 10-second, 15-second clips and creating an entire narrative from them, from somebody who didn't know nothing to begin with, but has a platform.
But that's they make money off of building narratives that's gonna catch and go viral.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What country have you never been to and would love to travel and visit?
Oh, I have never been out of the country.
Me neither.
Right. I mean, prior to going to prison, I had never even been out of my
You never been on a plane?
I mean, I have since I've been
I'm
released.
talking about before that.
Oh, no. I've never even left Sandtown, West Baltimore prior to my release.
Because I ain't been
that little 4-6 block radius, I've never even left it the first 15 years of my life. But I mean, traveling is good. I've learned a lot from traveling since my release.
Okay, so you've been all over the place now, huh?
Not all over the place. I've been quite a few places traveling, but it's all been work. Like until recently, the DC trip, that's the only trip I've took that was actually non-work related. Everything else.
So you just been working?
Bro, it's working. That's the only thing I know is work.
Yeah, no.
I don't know nothing else.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to work so I can get to the point where I don't have to work. Right, I can sit down in a chair, cross my legs, and enjoy the rest of my life. But right now, I still have people that I have a list of people that I'm committed to seeing free. So I mean, that never stops.
Right.
Right, and I can't be here in the city and not use my experience to help solve problems.
Right.
So I'm committed to that work as well on different levels. So yeah, it's been all work for me.
You talking about is you working with like the Juvenile Release Act?
Oh yeah, the JRA, JRA. We in court at least 2-3 times a month for guys that's going under the Juvenile Restoration Act. The last 2 years we've been in Annapolis, the whole legislative session, advocating for the second look, which just passed.
The second look, what you mean?
Yeah, it's so basically the Maryland Juvenile Restoration Act was the law that passed in 2019. That's how I got out. It allowed people who were convicted as juveniles to go back and petition for modification of their sentence if they could prove that they had demonstrated their maturity and rehabilitation, that they were no longer a threat to public safety. So the JRA passes, a few, maybe close to 100 of us released under the JRA all throughout the state. People that were juveniles, sentenced to life, served a minimum of 20 years, can prove that they had rehabilitated themselves. So that's juvenile. The second look is from 18 to 24. Basically same thing, but it extends it. And that just passed. That goes into effect next month.
Good.
From
so
18
basically
to 24.
saying that the brains wasn't fully developed?
Absolutely. There's volumes of data, volumes of research and studies that prove that the brain development doesn't mature until around age 25.
Right.
So juveniles are different. It's the reason they can't vote, lease cars, apartments, drink alcohol, all that kind of stuff, because they're just different. And the data, they're actually using it now. There have been dozens of scientific studies to prove that the brain of an adolescent is not even compared to an adult. So that science extends up into the age of 24, 25. And so now the law is just catching up with it, with the research that's always been there. So yeah, we're looking forward to another few hundred people who served at least a minimum of 20 years being eligible, but they still got to go to, it's not a get out of jail free card. You got to go to court and say, Your Honor, this is what I've been doing for 30 years. And if you have a record to stand on it, then you're good. But if you've been playing basketball, dominoes, and cards for 30 years, then
getting in fight,
it's going to be a little rough for you.
Okay, let me see. All right. Do you think 50-50 is okay in a relationship, or should it always be the traditional way where the man take care of everything?
Yeah, I mean, that's our teaching and training. There's no such thing as no 50-50. Like Allah says in the Holy Quran that men are the maintainers of women.
Right.
So, I mean, that's our criteria, our standard. It's your responsibility as a man.
Because that's the rights they have over us. Like, we have rights over them. Right.
To be the maintainer. And that doesn't just include the physical, but that's the foundation, physical, financial. But it also includes the mental, spiritual maintenance. That's the man's responsibility. That's not something Brother Anthony just made up. That's what Allah says in the Holy Quran.
Right, absolutely. This is a good one. We just went through this. What are your thoughts on the statement Obama made about every black boy needing a gay role model? Like, every mentee black boy needing a gay role model.
You said a statement who made?
Obama.
President Obama?
Ex-president. Yeah, President Obama.
You say he made a statement about...
He said, what he said was, and I'm just paraphrasing, he basically said that he kind of hinted to that he was homophobic, and with him having a gay professor, and he said that the term he used was need that. And what it helped him do was help him have like a kindness and empathy. And my thing was, hear me out. And I mean, this was just on my last podcast, right? I said that wisdom doesn't have a sexual preference, but you can learn from anybody. But I said, when you say need, because behavior is learned. Why would I need that? That's what bothered me. I know you need water, because you'll die in 3 days if you don't get it. Need oxygen. How long you live without oxygen? Seconds, you'll go crazy. You need sleep. And that's just the things I said. When we posted it, there's people in the comments.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They really misunderstood what I was saying, because I basically telling them like, man, look, I ain't tripping about none of that. But when you use the word need, why would a straight? Why can't he learn empathy and kindness from his parents? But you go ahead and shoot.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to hear the quote and in the context of it. The only thing I'll say is this, right? There is a systematic effort in place,
right,
and it has been in place, right, to attack the masculinity of the black man.
Yep.
Right, specifically targeted towards black youth. Right, a demasculinization effort. Right, that's a plan that has been in place for a long time to demasculinize the male. Right, from the foods that we eat, the water that we drink, right, the clothes that we wear, the fashion designers. I mean, everything. The whole system now is designed to demasculinize, and that's where this gay, homosexual phenomenon is starting to emerge, because for decades they've been working on the masculinity of the male. Right. So yeah, all of that stuff is Satan at his finest. Right? Has absolutely nothing to do.
And the thing is, it didn't got to a point where like men don't even want to speak on it.
Right.
Because the fear of the consequences.
Right.
I speak on truth. Ain't about consequences, because can't nobody do nothing to me that the law won't allow.
Right.
So if I think something is wrong, I'm gonna speak on it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But people, that's crazy, because they the thing that bothered me when he said need, like, what?
Yeah, it's clear. I mean, from the creation standpoint,
Right.
that Allah created Adam and Eve.
Right. Clear.
Clear, very clear. Not Adam and Steve. So anything beyond that is what we made up.
Right.
What we added to it.
Right.
Nothing natural about it. So
Nothing.
that's clear. And in 2025, that needs no defense.
Exactly.
Right? Except for those who just have their own personal agendas.
Already, man.
Yeah.
Well, this concludes the interview, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm big proud, man, and man, keep moving how you
sir.
moving,
Thank
man.
you,
I'm
bro.
glad you back home.
Proud of you as well.
Oh, my man.
Definitely, bro.
Already.
Yes, sir.
My guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Zone 100 Podcast.